Hey guys, Ravens here with some more Take Two. Alright, this is a really weird sword. I got offered like no 2 drops. So I only have 3, which is really bad. Good amount of 3 drops, so it's not all lost. Juno and Royal Banners on 4. Too many commanders, not enough officers for targets. But, I mean, we've got stuff like Leonidas, Alex, Lucifer, Albert, Monica, 2 Advent Bladers, stuff to come back with, um, and Leonidas to secure the win. Forget how I won the first game. It was a couple days ago, I think. So we're going to go ahead and play some games with this before we hop on the ladder. Playing Control Blood earlier, which is looking really strong. I have 2 losses in my last 11 matches, and one of them was to Seraph Haven. And if my Lucifer was an Odin, like it kind of should be, then I wouldn't have lost, because I would have top decked it on turn 8 after he played Seraph. I almost want to keep Leonidas, but I think I really have to dig for 2 drops and 3 drops. Monaco wouldn't be a terrible keep, considering I can evolve first on turn 5, and I'll need something that can take back the board, most likely. But I think it's better to go for early game. Just hope to draw into Leonidas by turn 9. Like if I'm going to keep something that's unplayable until later in the game, I'd probably keep the win condition of Leonidas rather than Monica. Monica won't win us the game, it'll just, um, make sure we don't lose by getting run over. Of course, now we have the 2 drops. I mean, we could go for it, but I think Gino is pretty solid here, clearing, leaving a 4-2. I mean, I definitely prefer to keep it for the enhance, but I think that was just too strong, being able to do that going into his evolve turn. Totally fine with that. Especially since I'm going to flood here into a potential Sage commander. Because if I can get 2 hits off of this Sage commander, it'll be totally worth it. We do at least still have Art of the Ninja for a late game 2-for-1. Okay. They're really hard to activate Lurching Corpse. think it's going to be Sage, trade into the 4-2. I'm not sure if I want to evolve Sage.
This is our way out.
I want to say I do. Just kind of looking at the board, like, I don't want him to take out that 2-2 and then evolve over my Sage commander. Like, I won't need Lucifer's heals, so I could potentially use him aggressively with an evolve. Although I'd rather not. And if the Sage sticks, then Ruthless Assassin becomes Stormy. And Swordship Maid also procs. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Oh, trying to get the Sage commander down. So, you see, we got what we wanted, which was, you know, a bad series of cards from him to try to deal with the evolved Sage commander. So if he wasn't evolved, he would have been able to do something much better. So here we're able to just Swordship Maid. I don't really have to worry about its ability. Navy Lieutenant will proc Ruthless Assassin, so we have big hard removal. We also have Art of the Ninja if he evolves over Swordship Maid. We want to be careful with this because we don't want to give him a free Lurching Corpse. Wow. What would that possibly be for? Wow, now I'm really confused. Five, 7, 8, technically. 10, 11, I'd put him at 5 with Lucifer. I'm not sure what he's setting up for. Yeah, we're just gonna go Lucifer. I can't imagine what kind of burst he would be setting up for to use that evolve. The best he could do is like Necro Assassin, but I mean he could have done that last turn, so... Okay, Phantom House, so he was trying to set up for burst. I have no idea why he did that. Okay, I didn't see his rank, so maybe he was just a terrible player. I mean, evolving Lurching Corpse is just dumbfounding. I have no idea how you could possibly think that would be a good idea. It's not like the evolve gets rid of the can't attack followers. So, I mean, yeah, you see there, even if we had kept Leonidas, I mean, we would have been fine. Like, I'm pretty sure we didn't ever absolutely need one of the cards in our hand, but, like, you know, your sword, like, your main game plan is to pressure them in the early and mid game, force poor plays. And by poor, I don't mean, like, bad with what they have. I mean just like forcing them to use
You must die.
cards suboptimally.
Is fighting and despair all you know?
Get a lot of hands like this with this deck, just with so little 2-drops.
Hello.
Yeah, we have so few officers that it's a question of whether Royal Banner even does enough to warrant its spot on the board. But it is a permanent commander on the board, so it does proc stuff like Swordship made, so I'm not going to not play it if I don't have a better 4-drop. I mean, right now I have Geno, but,
Nothing can get me down.
well, that's unfortunate, because I have...
This is our way out.
No one gets past
That thing's going to deal
Stop.
me 2 damage even by dying. Hopefully this will matter. The
Rest in peace.
the proc off of that.
You wouldn't.
So this is my end.
Okay, Monica's a good pull. So we'll just Royal Banner and take out the 3-2.
No one gets past me.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to pop this 5-3 with Monica. Which kind of sucks.
This is God's word. You wouldn't.
But if we go ahead and evolve Monica, Swordship made, that'll be down to a 5-2. So if the 2-1 is able to hit it, we're in business. Juno can also run into it the following turn. You know, I think we have to go ahead and make this play.
At your service.
And we take out the 2-1 because it has Clash.
You're wide open.
It's one of my favorites. You're wide open. And now the only thing we really don't want to see is Cudgel. And it's not there, so happy about that.
Should have focused.
Okay, we're pretty happy. I could see going Juno here. Geno? I mean, the Swordship made could hypothetically get better. We also put more bodies on the board for Sage or Assault next turn. He still has all 3 evolves, so I'm not really sure what he's doing there. And we don't give him a good target to evolve into. So, yeah, I think I like this better, actually. Go ahead and Geno.
Ready, youngling. Straight through ya.
No one gets past me.
And we have Albert for burst, so
Stop.
we'd love to get that situation going on. Leonidas against Haven, pretty poor.
Done for.
That's really unfortunate. There's really not much we could have done about that. Other than not play Geno last turn, obviously. But, I think we use the Sage Evolve. Because if we go Assault Commander, it only has 2 health. It can be pretty easily banished. And I'm not really going to get value off of either one of these. So, I mean, now we're just trying to make it till Leonidas.
Victory in sight. Just as planned.
and hope that he doesn't have a banish for it.
Don't tell me how to fight.
It's backfired.
That's particularly bad because Swordship Maid doesn't kill it either. So we kind of need to have the board. I mean, we could go Fervid Swordship Maid. I think that's our best bet. That way we can play a 5 and a 4 next turn, or hopefully we get to play Leonidas. So yeah, it looks like we really should have played the Swordship Maid.
Warning, this whip stings.
Wow, that's...
No, you wouldn't.
That's really horrible play. So what we can do here is... yeah, we will just Leonidas. Because the key is we need to get Leonidas killed. And it's much harder to banish an amulet than it is to banish Leonidas himself. And it makes Albert just insane. It'll make him a 6/8, can attack twice. So yeah, we'll just play Leonidas and kill Sarissa. Because we can Goblin Mage, 2-drop, and Assault Commander.
Useless.
Is ever fruitless.
So everything gets -2, -0. So this will only get... We just need it to get +1, right? Because it'll go to 7 minus... Right. +3 +3, it'll be 7, 7 -2. Okay, so that's actually not enough. But Swordship Maid will be enough, and it'll survive. Yeah, so we'll go Goblin Mage, Swordship Maid, I think. And we could go White General on the Swordship Maid, but no.
Sparkly stuff. Gimme. Fair warning, this whip stings. Snap!
And 6, yeah, this deals 12, so as long as the Goblin Mage survives, which I guess it's not going to, but...
I live by the sword.
The real battle begins. Useless.
I mean, he has to trade off. Oh. He's not going to, in which case he loses. Because... yeah. 6, 12, and 5.
Sky Knights, prepare for battle.
Dazzling flash.
Stop! Saber strike! Stop! Saber strike!
I
You see there, we used the death sentence against him. I mean, apparently he didn't have a banished anyway, but better to go ahead and do it, because the amulet is more valuable than Leonidas' original body. Um, you know, he played right into that. I mean, of course, he probably thought it was a great play. I mean, destroy my, I have to play 2 minions just to keep a single one on the board. I'm only at 6 health. He'll be able to flood next turn with 2 evolves left and kill me. Well, that's great, but it didn't work out. Because Leonidas comes down, and then Leonidas Albert is 12 damage. It's pretty insane. So I hope you learned something. Questions, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.